folks, you may believe it and you may not, but I have been tagged yet again. This tag, I think it's just some questions. I don't think we have a title for the tag. I do like doing tags. So this one will be nice. Well, we call it a system tag, is what we'll call it, or console tag. That works better. So we'll call it the console tag. And not sure where it originated, but there's 4 questions. First one is all-time favorite system, and maybe some of your favorite game titles to go with that system. Well, if you all know me in any way, shape, or form, you know there's probably one system that I would mention. And it comes back to the Maxim RD question. There can be only one. My favorite system of all time would be the 8-bit NES. The games are so memorable. Even the memories of hating the damn thing because it didn't want to work half the time and having to blow in the carts and alcohol swab the games and the pins and having to open it up and bend the pins up and just everything about it. But there's a lot of good memories with that system. Games, Metroid's a given. But I'd say games like the Ninja Gaiden series was one of my favorites. Games like Legend of Zelda and Adventure of Link, awesome games. Kid Icarus, I played through that so many times, it's ridiculous. I'm drawing a blank here. Super Mario 2 and 3 as well as 1. I was more of a fan of Super Mario Brothers 2 than 3, which is odd because I know that Super Mario 2 was just a remake of some other game called Doki Doki Panic or whatever. But I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed 3. Maybe it was because 3 was so long. I don't know. See, to me, Super Mario 3 should have had like either a password system or a battery backup in it, because I thought it was too long. I sat down and played through it one time and beat it. Played through and didn't warp or anything and played through the whole damn thing. And just to say that I beat it, and then once I did, I was done. Rygar, that's one of my top 5. Wizards and Warriors is another one of my top 5. I'd say Metroid, Rygar, Wizards and Warriors, Ninja Gaiden, the original Legend of Zelda, Kid Icarus, Mega Man 1 and 2. After Mega Man 2, I kind of fell out of collecting Mega Man or really playing it very seriously. But I'll keep rambling if I don't cut myself off, so we'll go with the Nintendo for all-time favorite system. If I had to pick one that's more this gen, as kind of a runner-up, that would be my PlayStation 2. I love the PlayStation 2. I've got a bunch of awesome titles for PlayStation 2, and that machine kept going even through this year. I mean, I think they're kind of done releasing titles for it now, but as late as this year, early this year, they were still releasing titles here and there for it. So PS2 is an awesome machine. And on to the next one. Least favorite machine and why. This is kind of rough because I don't usually like to point out flaws, and this is least favorite machine in your collection and why. You collect for it. I thought about this, and it was hard for me to come to a decision, and my jump decision, and I know a lot of people might crucify me for this, but my jump decision at first was the Atari. Because, yeah, it's got a lot of nostalgia, but 8-bit's about the level of graphics I can really dig playing and get back into games and stuff. When it comes to Atari, yeah, I'll stick them in and goof around with them for a few minutes at a time, but I'm not going to sit there and just leg out a game of Asteroids for 2 hours, probably. It's probably not going to happen. So I thought about it, but that's not the system. And the reason why is because it does have that nostalgia, and it's got playability, and I like that. So does the system I chose least favorite. But anyway, we're going with the Nintendo 64 for my least favorite system. And why? The main reason why is the damn controller. I can't stand the thing. And even the off-brand ones and stuff they made were that same god-awful T shape, and I don't like it. I really hate the controller, and it makes it hard to play a lot of the games that are on the system. Plus, another reason why is the cartridge games are still expensive as hell to buy the franchise titles and things, and it's like, even if you buy them, the labels are usually torn up and it's a loose cart. And but the reason why I do collect for the system is for those franchise titles, plain and simple. The Mario 64, the Ocarina of Time, those games. Donkey Kong 64, Super Mario Kart, Killer Instinct Gold, things like that. Those franchise only 4 games. And so I love the 8-bit Nintendo. It's my favorite. Least favorite is another Nintendo product, the Nintendo 64. Number 3 is a system that I might want that's not in my collection. I thought about this long and hard. At first I was going to say Sega Saturn because I've never owned one, ever. But I decided not to say that because I think I might actually get one at some point. The system I actually would really want, if I could get a hold of one, is a TurboGrafx 16. Those are hard to come by, and my cousin had one, and he recently got one again, and it was like harder than hell. I think he got it off one of these vintage stocks, but he was like searching Craigslist and all sorts of stuff, try to come up with some games and stuff, where the games are hard than hell to find too. But I would love to have a TurboGrafx 16. There are a few games that I really remember from playing his when I was a kid, and it'd be really sweet to have one of those back in the system. Keep Courage and some of those games like that. So that's the one. And system that holds the most nostalgia for me, back to the Nintendo. The NES growing up, I've talked about it before, folks, but just, if you watch the NES XS video, it was the 3rd video I ever did, I explained why I like the NES and stuff. The audio is kind of shitty on it, but if you can get past that and actually watch the video, it explains why I love the Nintendo. So it has the most nostalgia, but the second most would be my Sega CD Model 2 that I bought when I was like 18 years old, and actually had the money and flat out went and bought the thing, and just got a taste of those FMV games that everybody loves to hate, and I just couldn't get enough of it. And looking back on it now, it was one of my favorite times when I was 18. It was like stepping up to the next gen, from the 8-bit Nintendo. It was my first step up. So anyway, I'm going to sign off. That was the console tag. We're going to throw this tag to Wasp Spray because he tagged me. We're going to throw it to we'll throw it to Interghost. We'll check it and see if Interghost wants to do it. That's 3, and I'm going to get out of here. So folks, thanks for coming by. That was my tag. Thanks again to jasan509 for the tag. Go check out his channel if you guys want to, and if you dig what he's doing, Sandamtod. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.